Hey YouTube, not all of YouTube, just the ones watching me sitting in a weird sweater that's way too tight. Anyway, I was at Toman on Friday, and they're like, hey, let's shoot a video. Here's Chris, and he talks about delays. I'm like, I know two things about delays. I can talk about those, but no more than that. And Chris and I, we had a shitload of fun. It was a blast. They were like, well, let's try to keep it at, 15 minutes max. And yeah, no, it was a blast. If they want me to come back and do videos with Chris, I'm in. So they had this stereo setup with 2 amps, stereo, duh, and some mid-priced delays, what they call mid-priced. And they picked this guitar that I would have probably not ever picked, but go figure, it was awesome. There's stuff you don't know, and you're stupid for not knowing it. I was stupid for not knowing this guitar was so damn awesome. And that's pink. When we were done filming, they were like, hey, you want to take this and play it for a bit and then send it back? The sending back part is what's gonna hurt. So I'm like, hey, hell yeah. Then I realized, Charvel, because we're talking about the Charvel Pro Mod SD1 2H FR TRP. Is that an Ibanez? Because that's a stupid ass name like Ibanez would have. No, it's a Charvel Pro Mod. It's a Charvel Dimas. That's what the name is. Charvel Dimas. Chavel. Shibishu shop. Whatever. Dimas, which is where Bill and Ted, went on the water slide. Wah! You don't know. Anyway, it's a Fender-owned company, and I'm not too big on promoting Fender stuff, but if it's that damn good, and why am I not so hip on promoting Fender stuff? Well, not because their stuff isn't great. That has nothing to do with anything. It's not like Gibson where the stuff isn't great. Did I just say that? Damn it. No, it's simply because I had a run-in with a German distributor who told me in an email I can't say the word Strat and Tele about non-Fender instruments. I understand that manufacturers can't call their S-type guitar a Stratocaster or their T-type guitar a Telecaster, but we all refer to certain body shapes as a Strat and a Tele and a Les Paul. I'm just saying, if we amongst us refer to these body styles under these names, I don't think Fender should have a problem with it. I'll be glad to do anything for Fender and all the Fender-related companies. They just have to come down here, we have coffee, and we talk about this. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about those names and them being used and so on. Anyway, they gave me this to try out for a bit. They gave me this piece of cardboard. Doesn't come in a gig bag. The Charvel Dimas Pro Mod, man, I scrolled down again. SD, Flippity, Hypty, FRT, SRB. Ah! And you know what? Since this is a Fender-owned company, you know what I'm gonna do? Floyd Rose. I'm gonna call this a Strat. This is a Charvel Strat because this is really what it was back in the day in the 80s. They okay. They took a Strat and put humbuckers in it and a Floyd Rose, and Eddie did that, or someone, I don't really know history. Napoleon invented the Stratocaster in the, I don't know. I just know that this is what's called a modern Strat, or maybe a power Strat, or oh god, it's definitely a dirty Strat. Ah! They loved the color there, and I think I love the color too. The one problem with the color is it's so dark that the beautiful quilted maple in a nice purple will most likely in 99% of the instances stage in a video, it'll look black. It's just very, very dark. I would love this to be a little bit brighter, and also anything this dark will take on fingerprints, as we can clearly see, like crazy. But with the offset of the maple fingerboard, come on. But you see what I'm talking about? Right here, it looks black. Let me see here. Beautiful 4K camera, and what do we? And we have a shitload of light on here, and it's pretty much there. Maybe you can see it. It's a black guitar with a tiny bit of purple in it. So get it brighter, people. That's what I'm saying. So how does this work? This is a Floyd Rose from Floyd Rose, which I don't think I have on any guitar. I have a lot of Ibanez with their version of it. Nice. Of course, locking something. We have an alder body quilted maple veneer. It's not a solid top. Reinforced speed neck or speed neck in French, with abgerundeten Kanten, with rounded off edges. That's why it plays so nice. It's a seriously nice neck. Radius is, who gives a flying rat's ass, 12 to 16 inches, 22 frets, 648 millimeter scale, 34 millimeters here, which is one more than usual, or whatever. I don't know. Seymour Duncan's, whatever. So what was really mind-blowingly cool about this guitar is you have, of course, the humbucker sounds. Okay, it's even. Almost, is it still in tune? Let's figure it out. And of course, with this headstock, I mean, Fender will have to say, oh, okay, that's okay, because that isn't that really just the Fender headstock? Holy crap, it stayed in tune, coming up here from Toman being in the back for 2 days. Being in my cold hallway. Impressive. No truss rod cover here because you can adjust the truss rod right there, which I love. I love these things. I'm, by the way, going into the Victory V40 right there. And you have a three position switch, and in the middle, beautiful sound. Apparently that's what Chris said. On the other hand, what the fuck does Chris know? A lot. I really had to fake my way through that delay video. So we have these two, and then you push something here. You pull it. I love push, come on. And then it's the outer ones. Subtle, but this with the cool delay and some compression, that's just awesome. So that makes this guitar incredibly flexible. Because the clean sounds can be divine. I have a Wampler tape echo on the table here, let's see. This is really damn cool. Of course, a lot fatter in the humbucker. So, let's see if we can get a lead sound happening with the Friedman BE-OD, because it's 80s, people, and it's scream, and it's rock and roll. You know, if you ask me. So... Now, seriously, guys, I could play this all day. For me, $849 is what you pay for this. Again, the color could be brighter. It's a little bit buried in there. But what this is, essentially, is a very simple guitar with a Floyd Rose that, with its bolt-on, very nice maple neck, it just feels amazing. That neck feels great. Chavel tuners, by the way. Is very reminiscent of the other one of the other brands that does modern rock metal guitars. The company with the I, frankly, for $850, this is killer. Whereas the company with the I right now is letting me down, and I'm a big I company fan. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7 eyes. I don't know. A lot of eyes. I have a lot of eyes. And but this feels good. An I for $849 is not going to feel like this. It's not going to play. This immediately makes me happy. And the eyes for $850 make me feel like I want to spend more money to get something that makes me this happy. I'm just saying. So, just for shits and giggles, this is not a review, this is not anything. I'm not getting paid for this, nada. I mean, even have to send this back. I just wanted to play with it for a bit, play it in some videos for you guys, and show it to you because I was excited about this guitar. And if I'm excited about something, I like to share it. So I'm going to put on a track here. And what's going to happen is I'm going to suck at it because I don't really know exactly how to play the song. And the one thing about me is I'm not very good at music. I don't know if you've noticed this. So I'm going to fuck up. And of course, there's only one guitar except for the lead guitar. I'm just going to play the rhythm part because, again, I suck at music. Don't know how I got here, really, no idea. So this song is called A Dragon Shall Come. It's about this dragon, I'm not shouting you, about this dragon that's chained up in a cave in Atlantis. And the dragon is incontinent, okay? So the dragon just always just pees himself because he, can't control it. So this is actually why Atlantis went under the ocean, because of the dragon in the cave chained up that is incontinent. And yes, I'm not making this up. This is actually what the song is about. in essence, the Charvel Dimas is a guitar that's a shitload of fun. It's just fun! Come fuck on! I mean... You might have noticed, I don't know, maybe you did, maybe you didn't, I picked up a couple of other things at Toman, not just this guitar. What? I don't know, that's up for you to decide. Just because. Chavel, killer guitar. If you are in the market for a rock monster, link below. They have a billion colors. They also have it in non-Floydy. It's not your beginner level. It's not your entry level price. It's not your super can't afford it price. It's a price that I can recommend this guitar on fully without... Other than the color, which is very dark, without any bitching. Killer job, I'm gonna play this and have fun with it, which is really what it's all about. Having shitloads of fun with this. See you guys.